Why should I care? Who are you? What do you offer? Why should I care? And again, this has to be obvious from what I see. I'm not the business owner. I am a potential customer of this business. So who are you? What do you offer? And why should I care?
You're an inspiration to our entire organization.
Welcome to the Gym Marketing Made Simple podcast. We're going to be talking the done-for-you marketing and sales strategies proven to work with boutique fitness gyms to increase quality lead flow and grow your revenue. Don't try to be a professional marketer and waste tons of money. Let the experts at Lasso do it for you. And now, here are your hosts, Blake Ruff and Sherman Merritt.
Welcome back to Gym Marketing Made Simple. I'm your guest host here today, Jeff Burlingame, and today we're talking about pre-selling. This is one of our guest episodes of essentially gym sales made simple is how I think of this. And when I'm talking about pre-selling, I'm talking about what do you do to get your potential clients, your leads that are hopefully going to turn into clients for you, excited to actually book a call with you and then show up for that call. And when I say call, we use that interchangeably with no sweat intros, with a consultative sales process, and even with trials. Right? Because there is this element of research that is going on behind the scenes for your potential clients, for your consumers. Everybody does that. Everybody does their research. When they research you, what are they going to find? That's the question that we want to address today. So I want to take you through what will essentially be a little bit of self-reflection. I want you to take a step back, zoom out on your business. Let's go to a 30,000 foot view. Let's look down on everything that you have going on, all of your systems, all of your people, all of your automations, your social media, your website. I want you to take this all into account and then work with me through these next couple of questions. So pause as we go through, take the time to answer honestly. And if we're missing anything, if there's some gaps in this system, hopefully this will highlight them for you, and then we can address them. We can take action. We can make these changes that are going to be necessary. And if you do this right, essentially this sales process can become mostly automated to the point where if I have this all structured in the right way, my clients are coming to me pre-sold. They already know who I am, what I do, why they should care about it, why they should choose me over my competitors. And they're essentially just confirming or denying their internal beliefs. So they're coming to me with this thought in mind of like, this is what this gym is. This is maybe a good fit for me, maybe not. I need to just confirm a few things and ask a few questions of Jeff when I sit down with him at the gym. And then once they sit down with you, if you do a good job of going through your process, creating a bit of rapport and setting their mind at ease, they're just going to say yes. And that is where we would love to have everybody with their sales process. It takes time. It takes a bit of energy and effort ahead of time. But if you put this work in ahead of time, as with anything sales related, there's always work involved. Nothing is going to be automated. You're in a people business. So I hate to break it to everybody, but as many AI integrations and automations as you have put in, there's always going to be an element of the actual human component. It has to exist. You're in a people business. You're in a service industry. So that is going to come into play whether we like it or not. We can automate a lot of the mundane activities and take those off of our plate, which is great, which is going to save us time. It's going to save us a lot of headache, and that's good. It's also going to potentially improve like our speed to lead, for example, when we use an AI responder, for example. I can have that in place so that my leads are being contacted within a few minutes instead of a few hours. And that goes a long way to help us out. But you still have to insert the human component here to make the sale happen, right? Like we can't just automate everything. I wish we could. But anyways, let's zoom out together. So I want you to take a second, take a step back from your business, put everything down, whatever you're doing, multitasking, stop doing that. Get a whiteboard, get a chalkboard, get a piece of paper, get something. And I want you to answer these questions openly and honestly. And the more honest you are with yourself, the better results you're going to get afterwards because you can take action on all of these things and make them better. Okay, so let's get into it. Number one, these are in the mind of the consumer. So I want you to, as we take a step back from the business, plant your feet securely into the shoes of your potential client. So you are your potential client. You are this ideal client profile. So as that person, now look at your business and tell me, if you go to your website right now, if you go to your social media, is it obvious who you are? Who are you? Just start there. Who are you? If I go to your website and imagine, because most people don't do this, they don't scroll what we call below the fold, right? So as soon as I open your website, whatever's there on mobile, on desktop, etc., that first image that I see, that header image, that hero image on your site, that's all I see. Whatever copy is there, that's what I see. Whatever call to action is there, that's what I see. So they're generally, you're going to see that. You give them 3 to 5 seconds and they're either out or they scroll on. Most people are out. And you can look at your web traffic for that confirmation on that. So if they see that, can they tell who you are? So as yourself in the shoes of your clients, who are you? Next up, what do you offer? So is it obvious who you are, and is it obvious what you offer? So what do you offer? What is this, right? What am I getting if I sign up for this place? From there, you have to answer this question. This is a tough one, but why should I care? Why should I care? Who are you? What do you offer? Why should I care? And again, this has to be obvious from what I see. I'm not the business owner. I am a potential customer of this business. So who are you? What do you offer? And why should I care? And then the next big component there, going along with why, it's kind of why part 2, is why you? Why you over your competitors? So in this instance, you can even zoom out a little bit more on your block, go out a 5-mile radius, 10-mile radius, depending on where you're at. If you're in a, city environment, it could be a mile radius. You have like 10 gyms around you. If you're in a rural environment, it might be 10 miles, it might be 20 miles, whatever it is. Who are your direct competitors? If there are no direct like brick and mortar competitors, then we could look at what's your biggest competitor as an app, right? If there's an app like the Ladder app, for example, if people are following that, a virtual coach, maybe that's your nearest competitor, whatever it is. Why you over them? We have to be able to answer that. So why you over them? And you'll notice maybe at this point that this type of self-reflection can be really valuable in terms of how you shift your marketing approach, how you shift your imagery to the client-facing side of things, what people actually see. What do you want them to see? What do you want them to answer in terms of who you are, what you offer, why they should care, and why you over everybody else? It'll also help you decide or pin down sort of your market position as it compares to these competitors. So what do they offer versus what you offer? And how do you hope to stand out above and beyond that? When people are looking for what you specifically offer, how are you making sure that your direct competitors are not their choice, their first choice, right? And if they put all of you on a table, so there's like 5 competitors that kind of match up to similar offerings to what you have, how are they picking you out of the lineup over those? This should be useful information. If you haven't paused and done this exercise, you definitely should. And then, again, you should probably consider doing this maybe every 6 months, right? Things change. Maybe a new competitor comes into town. How do we stand out against them? It's the old school SWOT analysis. That's what it's coming down to. Like, what are we actually doing to stand out in this circumstance? So from here, again, I was saying, how is this conveyed on your website, on your social media? Keep in mind that consumers do their research, right? Think about the last time you made a big purchase, anything over $20. You go out, you buy something, even $20. Today I was buying a cell phone holder, right? I'm looking that up. There's 5,000 options on Amazon. Which is the best one? I have to do a little research. I have to go look at a few buyers guides. I have to, look at the reviews. People will do that for products and services. And reviews are very important. Client stories are very important, obviously. And then they also need to see via website, social media, etc. I need to see that this is like a real place with real people that is doing the things that they say they're doing. Okay. So we want to make sure that's in place. And if we're not doing that, let's talk action steps, right? It's pretty simple, okay? If you went through who are you and what do you offer, and you go to your website right now and you're not sure. You're like, hey, if I was a complete stranger, I don't know if I would know what is going on here. And if you can't approach this in an unbiased way, what could be helpful too is you could grab a family member, a friend, a random stranger off the street and say, hey, look at this website. Tell me who this is. Who's the company? Is it obvious? What do they do? Why should you care? And why would you choose them over these other competitors as you like scroll through your phone over these other competitors? That can be some valuable feedback. Again, just keep in mind that people are doing their research. Like, this is just important to have. This is essentially your safety net, but this is what the pre-selling is. Like, if I come into a sales appointment and I don't know who you are, and I don't know what you do, and I don't know why I should care, and I don't know why I should pick you over your competitors, guess what questions I'm asking throughout that entire appointment that are therefore also going to be wasting a lot of time. Time that could be spent focused on uncovering who the client is, what the client wants, their smart goals, why they want it, their desire, and how soon they want it, their urgency. If I could spend time uncovering that, then my consultative sales process goes a lot smoother, and it's a lot easier to sell higher ticket items or products and services from that process versus like, oh yeah, this is our gym, this is kind of what we do. That all just becomes a complete waste of time, right? There's no value attached to that. You're selling the features, you're selling the steak, not the sizzle. Sell me the sizzle. Make yourself time to sell the sizzle. But the pre-selling ahead of time is informing the consumer. It's like showing them exactly who you are, what you do, why they should care, why they should choose you over the competitor. And when they have that in mind, and then they show up for that consultative appointment, now it's just confirming that. Are they really this person? Do they really do this thing? Should I really care? And should I really choose them over the competitor? But they've already started to make that decision in their mind. Therefore, you get a good amount of what we call momentum of agreement as we push towards the actual close. So in their mind, they're like, okay, confirmed, check. They're like big green check marks is what they're getting as they confirm these things with you throughout that appointment. It can be very, very valuable. The last thing I would throw in this for pre-selling comes down to, again, a little bit of work and energy and effort up front, but it pays off in the long run. And it's a one-time project. You don't really have to do this a lot. Also, you can cheat and use AI like I do. Like, that's totally fine. So I use an app called Gamma. So Gamma, I think it's .app is the website, but you can just search it. But yeah, Gamma is a really easy way to put together PDF guides. So the question would be, what do you send your potential clients ahead of time? How do we further inform, educate, and wow them before they even come into your gym, before they even sit down with you in person or hop on a Zoom call or however you actually go through your sales process? What do you send them? What do you provide them for free? Right. So I want you to think about what type of value you could push up front. Simple guides are a great way to go. You could provide a nutrition guide. You could give them just anything like hotel workouts, travel plans, how to survive vacation, how to survive the summer, make it sort of theme relevant. So in this case, it's, I'm recording this in the summer in June, late June. I could put together a summer guide. So just simple things like that, where you're going a step above and beyond what most of your competitors are doing. They're not willing to do this. So if you do this and your branding's all over that, then you stand out a lot more than they do. And then in addition to that, we can just a little added bonus here, we'll call it. You can think of the concept of rolling out the red carpet. So I want you to think about how you can get people excited for a consultation, right? Sales appointments, not exciting. Consultative appointments, not exciting. When I go to the doctor's or the dentist office or something, I'm not excited for that. Us as coaches, maybe we're excited for blood work. We're like, heck yeah, like I want to learn more about my body and what's going on, what's good, what's not good, how can I fix it? Like, we are that way. That's how our brains are wired. That is not how 99% of your consumers' brains are wired. That's the top 1%. That's the ones who want to reach or achieve at an elite level of fitness. This is not everybody. This is not even most people. It is a very tiny portion. So if that's the case, what could you do for the 99%? How can you get them excited to come in? Because, uncovering their goals, not exciting. No inherent value behind that. Checking out your gym, getting a chance to see the gym. I can see that in social media. I can see that on your website. Coming in to do that is just costing me time, energy, and effort. So that's not valuable. So what is valuable? And this is your opportunity for some critical thinking, a thought exercise, some brainstorming with your team. Like, just go through, what could we do? How could we step this up? How could we make this a wow experience for these people when they come in? Right. And there's a number of different ways you do it. Providing guides ahead of time is great. A little welcome bag, even just having like a little coffee corner, just things, just a little bit of comfort here, a little bit of comfort there. You're just livening up the experience when they come into the gym. But again, takes a little bit of thought exercise. I could tell you what I've done in the past, but not everybody wants to do it that way. There's a million ways to do it. I would really just encourage you to consider what you could provide for this person when they actually show up. When they walk in that gym, how can you make that experience a 12 out of 10? Start there. And of course, if you guys want to talk more about this, you can always book a call with me. Be happy to chat about it and come up with a perfect solution for you and your individual situations. But awesome. Hopefully that was helpful for today. Thank you so much for listening to this. Be back, of course, on a weekly basis as we put out more episodes. And again, if you guys have any questions, just reach out to the team at Lasso, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to the Gym Marketing Made Simple podcast with Blake Ruff and Sherman Merricks. We hope you enjoyed. We believe marketing should increase revenue and not waste money. So book your free call today. Head on over to lassoframework.com. That's lassoframework.com and find the right words, get more customers, and increase your revenue. We'll see you here next time.